Charlie Brown, Linus, Marcy, and Peppermint Patty have been selected to go to France as part of the student exchange program. To his surprise, Charlie Brown receives a letter. He can't read it because it's in French. Lucky for him, Marcy is the only one who took the time to study French. The letter is from a girl named Violette Enfleur. She tells Charlie Brown that she's known him her whole life and wishes to meet him. So she invites him to stay at the chateau of the bad neighbor. I don't know about you, but I don't think I want to stay at a place with the words bad neighbor in it. First they stop over in England, where Snoopy plays at Wimbledon. He gets himself thrown out for lashing out over a call the referee made. While this scene doesn't add much to the story, it's hilarious. They take a hovercraft to France. Once there, the kids rent a car, and Snoopy is their driver. Can somebody tell me why Charlie Brown wants a normal dog? Snoopy is able to drive him anywhere. How many dogs can do that? One scene I want to comment on is where they get in an accident. Marcy, I'm assuming, cusses out the other cars in French, while Snoopy does variations of the middle finger. I'm surprised they got away with this scene. Anyway, Marcy and Peppermint Patty are dropped off to stay with a boy named Pierre. It is from Pierre that we learn that the chateau is owned by a baron who hates strangers, especially foreigners. Pierre states that Charlie Brown and the others could be in great danger. I guess that's why it's called the Chateau of the Bad Neighbor. Charlie Brown, Linus, Snoopy, and Woodstock arrive at the chateau. While it was sunny when they dropped Marcy and Peppermint Patty off at Pierre's, it's storming at the chateau. It's a legitimately spooky part. It gives you a feeling that they really are in danger. Unable to get an answer at the door, Charlie Brown and Linus end up sleeping in the stable. Snoopy is put in charge as their watchdog, but he and Woodstock end up partying at the cafe. Charlie Brown and Linus wake up to find blankets and breakfast. Who could have done it? They meet Marcy, Peppermint Patty, and Pierre just outside of school. Charlie Brown tells Pierre about the letter from Violette Enfleur. Pierre reveals she is the Baron's ward. If she invited him, the Baron doesn't know about it. Linus confronts Violette that night while the Baron is at the cafe. Despite her pleas, Linus refuses to leave until she explains herself. She shows him a bag that belonged to Charlie Brown's grandpa, Silas. During the First World War, Silas Brown was stationed at the chateau, where he became close to Violette's grandma. It's hinted that the two were romantically involved. They lost contact sometime after the war, but Violette's grandma never forgot about Silas. Upon learning that Charlie Brown is his grandson, Violette wrote to invite him to the chateau. She didn't realize how angry she would make her uncle by doing this. Upon hearing her uncle's car, Violette panics. She accidentally knocks over a candle, causing the chateau to catch fire. Everyone bands together to put out the fire. The Baron is so grateful, he allows them to stay at the chateau. Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown has always been my favorite Peanuts movie. Like Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, it takes the characters out of their element. This time, we see them in a foreign country. Going to a foreign country can be dangerous, especially if you're not familiar with it. Although I wouldn't call Bon Voyage Charlie Brown a scary movie, it does have a spooky atmosphere once they arrive at the chateau. I love how Violette simply wants to meet the grandson of the man her grandma always talked about. She does her best to make his stay comfortable, but her uncle hates strangers. The movie does a great job at conveying he's a dangerous man. I often wondered what would have happened if he caught Linus inside the chateau. The movie is really funny, especially the scenes with Snoopy. And the fire at the chateau is a heart-pounding scene. One thing I found interesting is that Schultz was stationed at a place called the Chateau of the Bad Neighbor in France during World War II. Like the characters, Schultz did sleep in the stable. This would be the last Peanuts movie made in Schultz's lifetime, but there's one more to look at. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.